Hello, Kansas and Western fans. So I'm working on some structures for the Wichita Industrial Park, and there are several grain elevators. And if any of you have ever put together a Walthers grain elevator kit, you know that it comes with this big sheet of windows because grain elevators often have a lot of windows. And I've often wondered how others do this. I'm going to show you how I do this, but how do you paint the sills for these elevators? Because you don't want to get the glass painted because obviously that'll look terrible. But painting the sills is not easy. And the method that I've come up with, and I haven't seen a lot of others on YouTube or anything like that, mostly because I haven't looked recently, so I can't remember if I have or not. But what I've been using is these micro brushes that you can get at Hobby Lobby, and it really is just kind of a cotton swab, except it has kind of a sharp tip to it. And I think they come in like a pack of 30, and they cost maybe a couple bucks or something. But this is what I use, and then I'm just using a Tamiya flat brown paint. There's lots of colors you can use. I use flat black a lot, but for this particular structure, I'm using flat brown just because it's what I tried or chose to do. But all I do is I just try to get a little bit of paint on the end there and dab the extra off on the bottle so it's not like a big ball of paint, I guess. And I'm just dabbing the paint on the sill, kind of using the side of the brush. And it's not perfect coverage, but we're talking about HO scale window sills here, which, if somebody's going to focus in on a detail, maybe this one's not going to be perfect. But I'm doing this video really to get advice or opinions about what you guys do. Is there a better way? I think I've seen someone who will just remove the windows individually and press them upside down on some type of a flat surface that has a little bit of paint on it, and you can transfer the paint that way. But this is the only way I can think of that's not extremely labor intensive, and it's not perfect. You can't get really a solid color unless you want to do several coats, and then you start getting into time scale of money, or whatever economic term you want to use. How much it wouldn't be money, it'd be labor, but how much time do you want to spend working on a detail like this? It's definitely not something I don't think anybody would want to try to do after the windows are installed, because it's much easier to obviously paint the building with a good spray paint or something like that before you put these little windows in. Plus, they're often recessed a little bit, and see, I put a little bit too much paint there, and it bled over on the window itself a little bit. But the windows are kind of recessed, so they'd be hard to get to. They'd be almost impossible to tape off each individual square, because we're looking at probably less than a 1/4 inch square for each pane of glass. So, obviously my method is not perfect. I'm not going to try to advertise that this is the way you should do it. This is just kind of the way I've settled on, that I'm not unhappy with the results. But anyway, I just wanted to do this little video to hopefully generate some conversation, get some advice from those of you with much more experience than I about a better way to do this sort of thing, because I've got a lot of these windows to do. And if there's a better way, I am interested. So that's about it for today. It's the day before Thanksgiving. I'm not going to put a lot of effort into model railroads today. Got a lot of time with the family coming up, so just a short video for today. But any comments or advice you guys might have, please include those in the comments below. That's about it for now. Have a great holiday, and thanks for watching.